Hi there. My name's Kyle. Yes, it's me, Kyle Kal-el Sands. I created the YouTube channel Peekaboo Style Boxing, and I hope you're enjoying it, getting a lot out of it. I've had a lot of feedback through your inboxes on the YouTube channel messages and on my Facebook, and everyone seems to really like it. They keep saying a lot of wonderful things about it and keep encouraging me to keep it going. So I will. And some have actually suggested saying, Carl, why don't you show some of it yourself? And I thought about the idea, and well, I bought this camcorder, and I thought, yeah, okay, I'm going to do it. So there is a lot I have to show you. So much things that involve shuffle stepping, twisting, rolling, so many combinations that they're going to come out your ears and my ears. And if you're worried about getting this stuff, let me tell you something. Repetition is the mother of all technique. The more you do it, the more you have it more in your head, and you don't have to try and remember it, because your muscle memory remembers it for you. So you don't even have to worry about remembering it, because there'll come a point where you won't even be able to do it wrong, even if you wanted to. So that's if you practice it over and over and over and over and over and over. That's what they call practice. Practice makes perfect. Um, right. Okay. What I want to talk about today is why do we slip left first in peekaboo boxing instead of right? In regular boxing, let's talk about regular boxing, not peekaboo boxing, but regular boxing now. In regular boxing, they always slip to the right first, and they always slip just enough to just to miss the punch, just a little bit, just a little. See, only a little bit. We do this kind of thing, just a little bit, yeah, only a little bit, just to evade the punch, just enough to evade the punch. They always slip right to evade the jab, and then they go left to evade the cross. They never go left first in regular boxing, because if they do, they get hit with the rear cross. Now, in peekaboo boxing is completely different kettle of fish. And before I tell you, let me just have a quick sip of my tea. Now, being British, an Englishman, I have tea, and I can't start anything without a good cup of tea inside me. Right. And hello to all of you from all different countries who are enjoying this channel. I've actually been sent a few videos from different people who have made a few videos showing me boxing on bags. I had one lately of a lad. He showed me his homemade slip bag. It had a bit of string on it, a bit of string, and a can, like a baked bean can. And bless him, he's swinging it back and forth, and he's doing all this, and he's banging his head on the can. But if you want to know how to make a slip bag, I've actually made a video, which you've probably already seen, on making homemade slip bags. So there's no need to bang your head on cans. We don't want that. Okay, why do we slip to the left first in peekaboo boxing? Okay, when we slip to the left, yeah, I'm just trying to get in the camera as well. When we slip to the left, we don't just slip a little bit just to evade the punch. We don't just go a little bit. We go all the way to the side, using the waist to move our body to the side. So we don't just slip a little bit, we slip all the way to the side, because what we're doing, we're evading the jab and the cross together. We're evading two punches, and because we're a counter punch system, we're also putting ourselves in a good place to counter punch. We could, as you can see here, throw the rear hook over the rear straight hand of the opponent, around it, above it, hitting the temple. Basically, we're in position to counter punch. And also, when we slip the jab and the cross by going all the way to the side, we can do lots of wonderful things like shuffle stepping, putting us in good positions to throw hooks up the centre of his guard, around his chin, grazing his chin. So when we slip, yeah, just want to get in the camera correctly. When we slip, we don't just slip a little bit, we slip all the way to the side, and I mean all the way, not just a little bit, but all the way to the side. Understand? We go all the way to the side because we're slipping 2 punches. In regular boxing, they're just slipping 1 punch at a time. When we slip, on the same slip, we slip 2 punches on the same side we slip. See? And also, there'll be times where the opponent will throw a cross, or he'll throw a jab, or whatever. We'll slip, and we'll just shoot the hook to graze his chin, as you've seen Tyson do. I mean, the opponent doesn't even have to throw across. He can still have the punch here, and we'll still get around it and graze the chin here, or hit the temple if you decide to go for the temple. So when the opponent jabs, even if he jabs, we can still come here and fire this hook, because like I say, if he hasn't actually thrown the cross as well, like I say, we'll go around here and graze the chin, or hit the temple. And like remember what I said, it's a counter-punching system. That is why we're slipping all the way to the side, because we're putting ourselves in a position to counter-punch. Yeah, to catch him where he's open, where we can. Because also being a counter-punching system, every punch we pretty much throw is a knockout punch. As you probably noticed with peekaboo, that's why Tyson was always knocking people out in the first round. It took everything we pretty much throw is to knock opponent straight out. We're not in there to really box with him. We're in there just to put him on the ground. End of story. Because well, I actually feel peekaboo is the closest thing to street fighting, to be honest, because it's just so realistic. Like bada bing, bada boom. You know, get in there, get out. Yeah. So, like I said, in regular boxing, they slip to the right first. They slip the jab, and then they slip to the left to miss the rear cross. But in regular boxing, they never slip to the left first, because if they do, they get hit with the cross. But remember, they only slip just a little bit, just to evade 1 punch. In peekaboo boxing, we slip to the left first. Completely different. We slip to the left first, but we slip all the way to the side using our waist to make the movement. And we slip both the jab and the cross. And even if he doesn't throw the cross, we'll have slipped the jab, but we're still in position to throw that counter punch around and over, or through, over his rear hand to graze his chin or knock him out in the temple. And there's a lot of other different things we could do. I mean, like when we do get down here, when we slip to evade 1 or 2 punches, depending on how many throws, we could hit the body, and we could do a lot of things after that. Hitting the body, and then probably shuffle step and come hit the body here, or we could come diagonal forward and then uppercut here and rear hook here. But that's getting way ahead of ourselves. Like I say, I'm going to show you all the combinations and how they all fit in. But this is about why do we slip to the left first, where regular boxing they slip to the right, and that's what it's about. Now, about the peekaboo slipping, and I'm going to probably go over this again in another video. But like I say, when we slip with the waist, and we slip left first. We always go left. We go left, right, left. See? So it's left, right, left, and like you've probably seen Tyson do that. The person will be throwing maybe 3 jabs at him, and he'll just go, or the person hasn't even thrown a jab yet, and he'll just draw that attack out. So he'll slip left, and the person hasn't thrown a punch, but then the person goes to throw the punch, and then the jab flies over here, and he tries to hit him again with the jab, and he comes back over here, and then counter punches. Yeah. So that's what's happening there. I hate when my mind goes blank. So yeah. So basically, you're using the waist to slip with. Yeah. Now, how forward is the body? The body is just comfortably forward. Yeah, like so. Just comfort. It's not all this or straight up like this. It's just relaxed forward, relaxed. Your hands are on your cheeks. Yeah, or well, I usually have them about near my chin. Yeah, and as Cus D'Amato would say, keep your chin down and eyes forward. Cus D'Amato always said, keep your chin down and eyes forward. Excuse me. I'm just having a sip of my tea. Foot placement. Well, me personally, I believe the feet do not go past the shoulders. So your feet are either in line with your shoulders, yeah, and but they're not past your shoulders. They don't go past your shoulders. Your lead foot is in front, and your rear foot is behind, and the width of which one is in front, which one is behind, the width from between that, basically, your rear toe should line up just behind your lead heel. So basically, it's not a wide step; it's just you're just standing normal short. So you've got mobility, so you can move side to side and all that. Now, when I say to go left, right, left, that's usually when the person's firing about two or three jabs at you, or he hasn't even thrown anything yet, and you're trying to draw that jab out. So you've gone left to draw the jab, and then you've slipped it as it's come, and slipped it as it's come again. That's where you're going left, right, left. But you have to be wary of his rear hand, because like I said, the reason we don't slip right first is if we slip right, as we come up, his rear hand hits us. The rear hand will hit us. If we slip right first, the rear hand, as we come up, the rear hand will hit us. That's why if we slip left and then we slip right and we see that rear hand is coming, what we will do then is just bend our legs a bit to bring us down as we slip right. I mean, as we slip left again. Yeah, so we go left, right, and if we see that if we feel that cross is coming, we bend the legs as we slip to the left again. Yeah, so it'll be left, right. See, so the rear cross will go over our heads. So we go left, right. Bend your legs if you feel the cross is coming, and as you go left, the rear cross will go over your head. Like so, and then you're in position again to home run hook him, to graze the chin and knock him out, or whatever it is you choose to do at that time. And there's many things you could do at that time. Now, if, say for instance, you've actually found yourself moving to the right first, you've actually, instead of going to the left, you've actually somehow found yourself moving to the right first. At this point, to get back to left, right, left, or whatever, to get out of this situation, if you found yourself that you've gone to the right first instead of the left, what you'll do, yeah, you've gone to the right, you can either bend your legs and then slip left and then fire the punch to get out of that situation, or again, if you slip right to start with, you can then roll, yeah, you can roll and then you can, fire the hook again or the uppercut, or you can slip left, roll, hook, rear home run hook, tight hook. Yeah, I'll say that again. Slip. So if you found yourself and you slip right instead of left, you can roll, lead home run hook, rear home run hook, tight hook, and then you probably duck and then go from there. So another thing you can do while I'm on the subject is where shuffle steps come in, and I'll show you shuffle steps in another video, but there's plenty of videos where Tyson's doing shuffle stepping as well, so you can see it. But you slip right first. Well, if you've accidentally slipped right, or you've been forced to slip right instead of left, yeah, again, you can roll, and then from here you can shuffle step to the left, and then you're in position to bring this rear hook up the center of his guard, or around the guard to hit and graze the side of his chin, like so. Yeah, so again, you found yourself that you've been forced or you've accidentally slipped right instead of left, so you can roll, shuffle step left, and then hit the rear hung run hook through the centre of his guard, and that's one way to get out of that situation. So again, if you find yourself that you've got to the right, you can bend your legs and then slip left, or you can again just roll and hit with a hung run hook, or again if you find yourself on the right, roll again, lead hung run hook, rear hung run hook, tight hook, yeah. Or if again, like I said before, with the shuffle step, roll, shuffle step left, and bring that up the centre of the guard. Now I'm just having a quick sip of my tea and give my head a chance to try and remember anything else I want to tell you. Okay, so like I say, as you need to remember, you're going to slip with the waist. Okay, you don't slip with the shoulder. You don't use the shoulders to move you, or your head. You don't flip your head side to side as a weight to make yourself move left, right, left. It's none of that. It's actually in the waist. You're moving your waist left, right, left. Okay, left, right, left. Yeah, left, right, left. So it'd be, yeah, like that. Also, when you do left, right, left, remember we're going straight to the sides. Yeah, we're not bending diagonal forward or the other way. Look, we're not doing that. It's straight to the side. We're not swerving to the left and the right as we do it. We're not doing this as I see some people do when I've tried to show them how to do it. We're going literally over our left leg and over our right leg, as if we're doing side stretches. We're just going to the side. We don't turn. We do no turning. It's just straight to the sides. Yeah. So if I turn this way, it is as I say it is. Straight to the sides. You do not do this, or don't do any of that. It's just side to side, left, right, left. Yeah, and remember, you're going all the way to the side, not just a little bit as they do in regular boxing, just to slip one punch. You're going all the way to the side, all the way to the side to avoid two punches and to be in a position to counter punch. Okay? Right. And before I turn this off, I'm just going to have one sip of tea and mention something else that I've been thinking about. If any of you guys who've been sending me, or any of you who've been sending me videos through the YouTube box messages or my Facebook, which is Kyle Kal-el Sands, that's Kyle Kal-el Sands, been sending me video links of your own videos. If any of you actually want to make any videos to actually be shown on Peekaboo Style Boxing YouTube channel of Peekaboo stuff, of you actually showing in very good detail, it has to be good, of the actual combinations, the techniques, because there's loads and loads of videos of Mike Tyson doing these techniques and combinations. If I see any videos sent to me to think about putting onto the channel, if that are really good, that you've actually done them really well, showing the combinations, showing, maybe don't just do it completely at full speed, you also show it in slow-mo, show it, let people see what's actually happening. So you might do it fast and then you do it slow, and make it so people can see how it's being done, what's happening. Yeah. So I know a lot of you've been studying these techniques already, and you've got a good idea of how to do a lot of them. And if you want to make some of your own videos to appear, and you want to be on the channel, and you want to be a part of the channel in that way, then you're welcome to do so. Like I say, send me these videos. I'll have a look at them. If I think they're good, I'll put them on. and if they're not, then I might mention, okay, if you change this or change that, and if you come back to me and you have, and it is then looking like it needs to look, then I say, okay, I'll put it on the channel, you know, because like I say, I created this channel, but I created it for you. I mean, I'll be honest, the original reason I created it, yeah, it was all my research on peekaboo boxing, and I wanted to keep it in a safe place where I could always get to it. But then that changed when it started to get popular, and I was getting messages and everything. So I actually put a lot more work and effort into it to put more videos on for people to learn from, and then it became for you. So and this video that I'm making is for you. The homemade slip bag video I've made is for you. So everything I'm doing now on this channel is for you. It is now your channel. Yeah, I'm sharing my ideas with you. I had one guy make me laugh. He said he had his own personal online Cus, as in Cus D'Amato. So that made me laugh. But yeah, I'm going to be showing you the Cus D'Amato stuff. And remember, yeah, on the feed page, next to feed is something that says comments. And if you click on that, I've put a load of wisdom of Cus D'Amato, that the things that Cus D'Amato used to say to Tyson. If you scroll down there, you'll find loads of it. The things that Cus D'Amato used to say to Tyson to inspire him. And well, it is really good. Also, one thing I'll quickly cover now. There's a lot of people who say that that number 8 is a low jab, and that is correct. In the 80s, the early 80s, the 8 was a low jab, but 8 is an odd number, and when you throw your jab, you're throwing it with your left hand, and all the other numbers, yeah, we throw them with our left hand. And someone called Pharrell, who trained with Cus D'Amato, and a lot of other guys have changed the low jab, the low lazy hand punch to 9, and I've changed it also to 9. Basically because we're throwing it with our left hand, and all the odd numbers are thrown with the left hand, and the number 9 is an odd number. 8 is an even number, so it doesn't make any sense. It makes sense to have number 9 as the left hand punch for the lead jab, well, lead low lazy hand punch. Yeah, and while I'm on the subject of lazy hand punch, basically a lazy hand punch basically is, you simply, to make a lazy hand punch, you simply just turn your hand over, and that's a lazy hand punch, and you hit with these top 3 knuckles here, yeah, on the chest with the lead hand, and with the rear hand, when you slip left, yeah, and you turn your hand over again, you hit with the top 3 knuckles, and this one goes towards to the opponent's chin. Yeah, that will go to the opponent's chin. That's the rear hand. The lead hand will go to the chest. It's very rare that you actually hit the lead lazy hand punch to the face. We always usually just do it to the chest, because it's a good way to push the opponent back, and we're also offside over here, out the way of things, and then we can fire back by slipping left straight down the pipe and hitting the chin. So basically a lazy hand punch, yeah, this is the rear one, just simply turn it over, and now you have a lazy hand punch, and just put it straight out towards the opponent's chin. And that will do for this video. Enjoy and practice, and don't worry about getting it. Repetition is the mother of all technique. I learned that from a guy called Greg Nelson. Yeah, that's what his name is, Greg Nelson. He's brilliant. Okay, I'm going to stop this video now and drink the rest of my tea. Bye.